So I recently made this little mini documentary that you're just about to see for work, and I wanted to share it on this YouTube channel as a bit of an example of the sorts of things I get up to in my day-to-day job away from YouTube. And I'm thinking, if anyone is interested in making a sort of breakdown video in this as well, sort of how I set up this main talking head shot and how I shot it. It was shot entirely on the Lumix S5iix. I've put a video up already about how I shot it with the rig that I used. So if you want to go and check that out, I will link it down below. But if you're interested in a sort of breakdown video of this mini documentary, let me know in the comments below and I'll get around to making it. But for now, here's the documentary.
Do I have to say it here, here, or here?
To me.
Ooh, there's me. Hello. I'm Holly. I am the creative designer here at Stories. I've been here since February 23 on a full-time basis, but before that I was working freelance creating their brochures.
Oh, these are Birchwood House. I'm quite proud of these ones because these are ones that I've hand drawn, so I've illustrated that and put it on the brochure.
So the main part of my role is to create the bespoke branding and brochures for all the properties that we have coming on the market. I also manage our social media, putting out engaging content, so that'll include any tips and advice. It also includes the properties that we have on the market as well, anything that we've got coming up. In addition to that, I also go to as many as the marketing shoots as I can. I will be getting the behind the scenes content that I use on social media, and it also helps me with creating the bespoke brochure.
So today I'm designing a brochure for Carter's Croft in Eton, which we have coming to the market this week. Already so far I've used the copy and the photos, and I've put that into InDesign that I use to put the brochures together. So when I was at the property, there were some standout features for me, in particular the chairs in the living room. I've decided to use the chair to create the front cover. So I've just used Procreate on my iPad to do that, and I've hand drawn that, so I've just used the photo for reference.
Creativity is never really anything that I pursued. I come from a background in education and social care. That's always what I've done. That's what I went to university to study. It's what I thought I wanted to do as a career long term. It wasn't until COVID hit and working at the forefront of it where I realised that maybe I did want to try something different, because it was such a difficult time. At the time I used photography, and in doing that I guess I found my creativity that way. An opportunity came up with Stories to work with them part-time freelance alongside my job, that I was working full-time in education. I was like categorically, no, I can't do it. I don't have the skills to do it. I've never done anything like that before. After a short conversation with Aidan, I sort of did a bit of a trial just to get a feel for it, and turns out I actually really enjoyed it.
We are inundated with brochures. So we've got them in this cupboard, we've also got them over here in this cupboard, and then where we tend to keep all our current properties, we will keep them all in the filing cabinet as well. And these ones as well, which I forgot to show you, they're more like the archives for the properties that we have sold. But it's good to keep the old brochures even though we've sold the properties, because these brochures will help with potential future clients. So when we send information to individuals that are thinking of coming on the market with us, we will send them copies of brochures that are similar to their property or in the same sorts of areas, just to show that what we can do and how we could market their property that might be different to another agent that they're possibly considering, because not every agent does this.
Oh wow, that was brilliant.
I think it's probably the answer that everyone's going to give, but I think the thing I enjoy the most about being a part of Stories is the team.
You've surpassed yourself. Did you ever say that?
Let's put that bit of thanks.
Because it's such a small team and it's such a close-knit team, everyone's got each other's backs, and it almost feels like a family rather than a team, which is really nice and something that I've never had before in a job. For me, specifically in my role, it is like the feedback that I get from clients, the sellers of the properties. I think the most recent for me would be feedback that I've received for a brochure that I did for a property, Sunnybank, which had been in the family for generations. So selling the property for them, it was difficult for them. They'd left a really lovely voice message for the whole team, just thanking them for everything that we had done for them in selling their home from the very beginning. And in the voice message from the seller, he described the brochure as an astonishing brochure, and he joked and said that he'd like to buy the property from seeing the brochure. And it was just a really, really lovely brochure to make because the team was so invested in their story.
So this is the brochure for Sunnybank that I designed. I've put a little picture of a thimble, and that's personal to the family because at Christmas time this was the room that they used to play a game, which was hide the thimble, and they'd look through the keyhole to find the thimble in the room, which was really, really lovely. And it was one of the standout stories that all of us in the team just really, really loved, and it touched us. So yeah, one of my favourite ones.
I'd spent years at university studying for a career path that I thought I was going to pursue for the rest of my life, not thinking that I would find another passion in the process. So I think it's just grabbing opportunities with both hands. In your head you're obviously thinking, well, this is what I've trained myself to do, so this is what I should be doing. But then your heart's telling you another thing. Go with your gut. Go with your heart, go with your gut. Am I done now?
Yeah.
I got it. And cut. I did a clap. That's what you needed at the start, not at the end.